I got a good one today. Very excited.
The Cheap Lens Challenge. The Canon RF 200 to 800 millimeters. Wait a minute, that's not cheap at all. Are you insane? What happened to spending within your budget?
Good afternoon. Beautiful day. It's the Cheap Lens Challenge. 200 to 800. Is it cheap? No. Not compared to what we've been talking about on this channel. But it's a super telephoto zoom. It's $2,000. It is the cheapest of the Canon super telephotos. Today I'm out here trying it out, seeing what's good, what's bad, what my first impressions are. It's not a review. It's just my experiences. I've rented this lens. Only had it a short while. I'm still learning the ins and outs. So come along. You're probably asking, what do you mean? How is this a cheap lens? It's over $2,000. Yes, you are correct. It is expensive. But it is the bottom entry level for the super telephoto line. I would consider this an aspirational lens for any beginner photographer who wants to do wildlife. It's simple, yes. It's not L series. If you can save up $1,000, you can probably save up another $1,000. It's aspirational. So I'm only renting this lens for a couple of days. So I've had a little time with it. Hopefully I'll get more today. I've used it at a sporting event. Shoots fantastic. But I did find that at dusk or when it gets dark with the lights on the far end of the field, it struggles. But on a day like today, should not be a problem in theory. Probably will, with the diffused light, have a little more noise in the photos, but that can easily be corrected these days. Oh, look at that. Right in front of me. What is that? Hawk being chased by other birds? I'm back. One thing, this for handheld, run and gun style, really hard to keep everything steady, especially when zoomed in. I got a red-winged blackbird right there. Let's see. I was shaking like crazy. Oh, actually, that turned out. Paired with the R7, this is like a match made in heaven. Boy, that was really bad. I'm sorry. That just popped in there. You definitely need a monopod or a tripod. I mean, I gotta join the gym. This thing is heavy. It's 4.5 pounds. If you're not used to that, it'll be a problem out here in the field. All right, one thing I'm realizing is this neck strap is starting to dig in here on the side because it's so heavy. A little uncomfortable. Does anyone know the right way I should carry this guy around? I have the collar on top to act as a handle, but I can't hold it all the time. Another thing I ran into, you got to be conscious of the tightness factor of the zoom range, or else if you're carrying it around and you forget to tighten it again, there's no lock button, it sags out. Things to be mindful of. So while we're walking to the other side, let's talk about this lens a little bit, what I think of it so far. I'm definitely liking it. The pros definitely outweigh the cons. No lens is perfect, but for the reach, that is a big plus. You don't need a teleconverter. It's double length of the 400. And on an R7, it's even further. I'll put the calculation up here, 1.6 calculation. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, it lacks a lot of features that an L lens would have. Weather sealing, not as good. Less options for stabilization. But I don't know. I kind of like the simpleness, less to fool around with. It is what it is. It does the job. On a day like today with lighting, it does a great job. If we're talking later on in the day, early morning, that's dark, forget it. You're not going to be able to use this lens. You're going to get super noisy photos or dark photos, at least at f9. You know, I'm new to this lens. I still got to learn how to use it. But so far from what I'm seeing in camera, the results are pretty good. It's definitely a lens that's going to take some time, get practice with, get good at it, learn its ins and outs. But it's just like any other lens. It's got to learn its quirks. As usual, they know I'm coming, so they all hide. And I got a rock in my shoe. Unfortunately, I have to return the lens soon. But hey, it's been fun. And it's relatively inexpensive to rent something like this. I think for 3 days, this cost me 60 bucks. So totally worth it. Oh my God, this is bad. Be very careful with this stuff. I have read online that this lens can break very easy because of the narrowness here in the zoom. So if you do purchase this lens, I highly recommend the extended Canon Care Pack warranty for it. They'll fix it no problem because they'll cover drops. And this is probably pretty easy to drop. So a minor annoyance also is the lens collar. It does not come off. So you just got to spin it around. Since it's so heavy, you got to make sure you have equipment that can handle this weight. Who is this lens for? It's for beginner wildlife photography enthusiasts, I think. Somebody like me. I'm not out to sell any prints or anything, so hobbyist. This is definitely hobbyist level. I think this would be a very good lens to have in your stable if you're into this sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how many turns I need to do to get all the way in. I'm at 200 now. Looks like a bunch of cormorants sitting out there or something. Zoom in. One hand, two. Jittery, 2, 3, 4, 4. Well, 3 1/4, but about 3. I love this reach. Well, there are lots of things to like about this lens and lots of things to not like about this lens. So far, I'm leaning towards like. You be the judge, though. You should try renting this first. I would. I did. Totally worth it. It's like test driving a car. You don't want to spend $2,000 and then find out you don't like it, and you got to return it and pay that restock fee, or sell it for less. That would suck. Definitely recommend renting anything expensive to try it out. All right, I think this is going to do it for today. Let's go back and see what we got. Well, I have returned home and I've uploaded the files to the computer to check them out. I've done some editing and I had many to go through. I had a really tough time trying to pick the good ones. There were a lot of great shots. I noticed that this lens gave me a lot more cleaner stuff than what my 100 to 400 was giving me. I usually get a lot of missed shots, missed focus. Of course, I did change some settings on my camera, so I think that might have helped. Overall, the performance on this lens was fantastic. They did a great job in the daylight. A lot of these pictures were sharp. They have great details. I'm very pleased with how they turned out. This is a surprisingly good for f9. Surprisingly good in good lighting. I like this lens. Something to aspire to get. Well, I hope you enjoyed this cheap lens challenge. Hopefully it was informative. Make sure you check out some of the other videos on my channel and like and subscribe. See ya.